Cool.
Here we have Mr. Immersive Game 83.
Super excited.
Super excited. Of course you are. We're going to be trying Windlands. There it is, Windlands, which is obviously a fantastic title on the Rift and the Vive. And luckily today we get to try it on the PlayStation VR as well. How lucky are we? And you know, this isn't so much a review of the headset, of course. It's more looking at how this game works on the PlayStation by frame of reference. It's one we're very familiar with, one we like a lot. So of course, it's a good one to compare. Very bright blue lights. They look a lot brighter on the camera than they do in real life, which is quite interesting. I guess that's because a certain wavelength, the cameras pick them up a lot brighter than they actually are. I don't really know. That's interesting. I'll have to look into it. Scientists should look into this stuff.
Okay then guys, so as you just saw, I had a chance to check out the PlayStation VR today and meet up with my good friend for the first time ever in real life with UK Rifter, and that, you know, me and Chris have had a really good day together and met some fantastic people. So as for a direct comparison with the HTC Vive and the PlayStation VR, I have to say the headset was really amazing. I was expecting it to be terrible. I was expecting it to look terrible. I was expecting it to be really dialed down visuals, and although Windlands itself isn't the most complex looking game, it's got a perfect art style and really well suited. So for Windlands, and that's as far as my comparison goes with, because it's the only title I've tried, it looked very comparable to the Vive counterpart. The actual visuals through the headset were impeccable. Really, I couldn't notice any visible screen door. There, even though when I looked for it, I couldn't see any. The actual field of view felt wider than the Vive, although the Vive is quite tall and noticeably has quite a high vertical. It was very comfortable on my head. It was a seated experience, as you just saw, whereas the Vive was standing with full proper motion controls. You can see your virtual hands, you know, you're reaching around and grabbing stuff, pulling yourself up. So overall, that regard, VR hands are so important for me. You know, half of the VR experience is being able to reach into the virtual world. So they did say that they did feel that the functionality wasn't there for the Move controllers, which is interesting. I suppose that comes down to the fact that there is no analog input, only a Move button. So I suppose they could have pressed the button to move, but in their eyes they didn't have enough functionality to implement proper locomotion. So they've gone with the controller option, which was similar back to the demos and possibly the Oculus experience. They did also state that Oculus touch support is coming. They were very impressed with the touch controllers and spoke very highly of them, which is interesting. Getting past that, I was sitting down, the actual visuals and the latency was very low. It felt instant. There was no disconnect at all. You know, I moved my head and it all happened real time. You know, the 3D felt just as impactful and amazing. You really do feel like you could reach out. The problem being that you couldn't reach out because you had a controller and not one of these. So I have to say, I'm very impressed with the technology. PlayStation's going to be bringing VR to the masses. You know, like it's much lower entry point for the price of the actual Vive in the UK. That's 800 quid now after the Brexit things happened. You know, at the moment, to get a Vive in the UK with postage and that, you're looking at over 850 quid. Yeah, just for the price of a Vive headset, disregarding the £2,000 PC I've got, you wouldn't need that. You just need the console, which you don't have to play all VR games on. You could play other games on it as well. For me, an entry level consumer VR, the PlayStation VR looks like a really valid option, you know, and I'm very tempted to start looking at that myself. I've had a fantastic day today. Amazing. First ever convention I've been to. Really enjoyed it. Chris has done some periscopes earlier, so go and check out his stuff. He'll be no doubt be uploading a video as well. I met some amazing developers out there today. Really enjoyed myself thoroughly.
They're not that bright. guess you might know that if you have like the Move controllers. There he is. He's hooked into the Matrix. It's completely ruining his lovely hair.
And I'm going to make it worse.
Oh, go on then. Make it worse. Actually, rub his hair a little bit as you put it on. That's great. He loves that.
Yeah, I was expecting the screen door to be a lot worse, you know.
Yeah, there's not a lot of screen door, is there?
Is this currently set up for like comfort mode on the right stick?
It's probably not got comfort mode. I imagine it's just slide around, so use your sticks when you finally get in there.
Yeah.
It's still, I mean, Windlands always makes me feel a bit queasy anyway. I would say probably less so, funnily enough, on this headset. I'm not sure why. Probably because it's quite comfortable to wear. It just sits very nicely. This is the first time using a PSVR. For me, it was probably more comfortable than the other two, the Vive and the Rift.
Yeah, this is really nice. It feels very light in comparison to the Vive. And yeah, I'm very impressed. The actual visuals are lovely. I was expecting it to look a lot worse than the counterpart, you know. Again, we haven't got the motion controls yet, but they will be here, I'm sure.
What's your feeling on the field of vision? Sorry.
It's actually a little bit larger to me.
A little bit wider.
Yeah, a little bit wider.
I was thinking that as well.
A little bit wider. It's,
tracks well though, doesn't it?
The door is fairly noticeable at all, to be honest. It's fine.
Do you see what I mean about the black levels in the headset?
Yeah, they look a bit grey, don't they?
A little bit grey, yeah. It's sort of a downside. But the game itself,
it translates very similar. Very similar sort of scale.
You played this on the Vive, of course, yeah?
Yeah, I play. I'm just missing my VR hands now, though, you know.
Oh, that'll come, I'm sure. They probably didn't want the lawsuits of people whacking each other with them, you know. See if you can do it first time, Wayne. Come on. Come on. You can do this. Look at that. What a
don't mess
pro.
about, mate. Do you know what I mean?
What a pro. Let's have a little look down this setup here. There's not much of a queue here.
You feel like a proper giant as well. It's amazing. And these buildings, you feel like you're actually in another city. It's amazing. And just...
Do you feel it's got the same sense of depth, scale?
Yeah, it looks really good.
Feels about right, yeah.
Considering like the potato it's running on, it's amazing.
The potato it's running
Yeah.
on. How derogatory.
Well, there's the PS4 Pro. I don't know if that's what this is.
I don't know. That's a good question to ask. I'd be surprised if it was. I imagine it's probably just the PlayStation 4 this, but who knows?
Yeah, but this is cool. This is cool. It's difficult to actually keep talking because I'm just really immersed. It's the triggers, if I remember.
So I completely stopped talking as well, so that's fine. It's a real neural overload game, this. You can't talk while you play it. I completely understand. Self-preservation kicks in.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, this is really nice. I do miss my hand controllers though. That's probably the main reason I bought a Vive, but I'm not disappointed at all. Not disappointed.
It flows nicely. It works well.
Yeah, this is really nice.
It looks good on screen.
I just hope that
If you found this informative or you enjoyed the footage, be sure to smash that like. You know what? Every time someone does that, it motivates me to just keep making content. At the moment, I'm sort of struggling around, trying to update my house. We just bought a new house, and there's a lot to do on the new house, and my time is a lot less than it used to be. So every time someone actually puts a like or a comment, it really does motivate me to keep making content, guys. And I love making content, and I make it because I enjoy it, and I want you to enjoy it. Yeah, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you do enjoy it, every time you hit that like button, it helps me out. You know, it does help me out, and Hope you enjoyed this, and I do hope to catch you on the next one, guys. Take care. Bye bye.